Hi, my name is Sydney Roth, and I'm going to be leading you through a 1 hour flow practice today. So go ahead and get your mat out. If you have some blocks, grab them and start out in a child's pose. So roll to your hands and knees, bring your big toes to touch, send your hips back, and let your forehead come to the mat. And begin to notice your breath here. Notice the inhales, the exhales. Notice your mind. If your mind is wandering all over the place, and begin to let those thoughts go. Notice the present moment. Notice the sensations in your body. And take one more breath in here. Sigh it out. And then on your next inhale, slide your hands up under your shoulders. Come to your tabletop position. As you inhale, drop your belly, send your heart forward. Exhale, curve your spine, tuck your tailbone, find cat. Inhale to cow, lifting the tailbone up, lifting the heart. Exhale, curve in, really pushing the floor away from you. 2 or 3 more, moving on your own breath. And then come to a neutral spine. Extend your left leg behind you and your right arm in front of you. And see if you can just balance here. Alternatively, you can always keep the right hand on the mat for support. As you exhale, curl in, left knee to right elbow, or just knee to nose if your right hand is planted. Do 2 more here, curling in and extending. 1 more time, curl in. Inhale to lengthen. Plant your right hand. Plant your left foot on the ball of the foot and just kick into your heel a little bit. Doing a calf stretch. Let your left knee meet your right. Extend your right leg behind you, left arm out in front of you. Hold it there for a second. As you exhale, curl in, elbow to knee nose to knee. 2 more. Curling in as you exhale, lengthening as you inhale. Plant your left hand and then come to the ball of your right foot, kicking into your back foot there. Let your right knee meet your left. Extend your left leg out to the side. Lift your left fingertips up, twisting to the left side here. Lower your left hand down. Walk your hands up. Find gate pose. Arms reach up overhead. Left hand can come to your left thigh or calf. Right arm reaches up and over. And then walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Plant your right hand, left fingertips peel up. Find a supported side plank here and really lean back into it, opening up. Exhale, lower your left hand to the ground. Come back to your tabletop position. Left knee meets your right. Then extend your right leg out to the side. Peel your right fingertips up, twisting towards your extended leg. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Walk your hands back. Rise up, find gate pose. Right hand reaches for your right thigh or calf, left arm up and over. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Plant your left hand, right fingertips peel up. Find a supported side plank. Lower your right hand back down. Come back to your tabletop. Right knee meets your left. Widen your knees, send your hips back towards your toes. Take a child's pose. You can always come back to child's pose whenever you're feeling out of breath, overwhelmed, anything like that. Come back up to your tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, send your hips up, find down dog. And take a few breaths here to really pedal your feet. Notice that you're pushing your weight into your hands, into the palms, your fingertips. And then let your heels reach back towards the back of the mat as you really press your chest towards your thighs. Take a breath here. Bend your knees, press your chest back. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, down dog, hips come high. Do that one more time. Bend your knees, press your chest back. Roll forward to plank. Hips come high, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Send your right heel up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Lower your left knee to the mat. Arms sweep up overhead, low lunge. Really notice if you're softening your hips forward. And if you need to, you can always heel toe your right foot a little more forward or a little bit more back to get your knee right over your ankle here. Tap your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Left arm can reach a little higher. Reach your right arm back up. Plant your hands, framing your foot, and then straighten out your front leg, walking your hands back so you'll find half split here. Gently fold in. Bend back into your right knee. And then bring your right hand to the top of your right thigh, gazing over your right shoulder. Your left hand can stay planted. You could even bring it to a block if you need a little bit more support. Frame your front foot. Move your block if you have it. Tuck your back toes. Step your right foot back to meet your left for plank pose, and then lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes. Lift your heart up for a little baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Come through your tabletop. Tuck your toes. Down dog. Hips come high. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Then inhale your left leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Step your left foot through your hands. Lower your right knee to the mat, arms come up for your low lunge. Again, softening the left foot forward if you have the space. To send your hips a little bit more forward. Keep pushing into the front foot. So you have this counter action of strength through your front leg, softening of the hips forward. Tap your left hand to the back of your right thigh. Right hand can reach a little higher. Left hand reaches back up. Exhale, frame your front foot. Begin to walk your hands back, straighten out your left leg, flexing your left toes up, and gently fold in. Half Hanuman. Begin to bend back into your left knee. Plant your right hand on a block or the mat and left palm to the top of your left thigh, gazing over your left shoulder. Exhale, frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your right knee up off the mat, and step your left foot back to plank. Hold this plank for a breath. And then exhale, begin to lower all the way down. Untuck your toes so the tops of your feet are on the mat. Lift your heart up. Shoulders pressed down and back, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, come through tabletop. Tuck your toes, down dog. Take a moment of stillness right here in down dog. Notice your breath. Then begin to bend your knees. Look between your hands, come to the balls of your feet, and tiptoe your way to the front of the mat. When you get there, come to a half lift, lengthening your spine. Hands can come to your shins. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, roll all the way up, tall spine, arms up overhead, hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in here, sigh it out, and begin to rock your weight back and forth on your heels, your toes, noticing where you carry your weight in your feet. And if you hover more in the front, play with what it feels like to send it more to the back. And then find some stillness, really rooting down through all four corners. So the heels, both sides, and then your big toe, your pinky toe, everything's pushing in equally. Take a deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive over, forward fold. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step your right foot back, and then your left, plank pose. As you exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, lift your heart up, cobra. Exhale, down dog, hips come high. Take a deep breath in, send your right heel up to the sky for three-legged dog. Step it between your hands as you exhale. Left hand can stay planted, right fingertips peel up for an open twist. Exhale, lower your right hand to the mat. Step your left foot up to meet your right half lift. Fold in as you breathe out. Inhale your arms up overhead, high prayer. Exhale, swan dive right back over, Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Lengthen your spine, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Left foot steps back, and then your right for plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, heart lifts, shoulders press back. Exhale, down dog, hips come high. Take a deep breath in, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Step your left foot between your hands, right hand stays planted, left fingertips peel up. Exhale, plant your your left hand. Right foot steps up to meet your left half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale your arms up overhead and palms to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale your arms up overhead. One more round. Exhale, swan dive over, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step your right foot back, and then your left, plank pose. If you have a chaturanga to up dog practice, feel free to take that instead as you lower down. You can lower all the way or halfway, and then rise up to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, hips come high. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it between your hands. Right hand lifts for open twist. Exhale, plant your right hand, step your left foot up to meet your right half lift. Fold in as you breathe out. Inhale your arms up overhead. Swan dive right back over, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, left foot steps back, and then your right, plank pose. Lower all the way or halfway down as you exhale. Rise up as you inhale. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in, left leg lifts up to the sky. Step it between your hands. Left fingertips peel up for your twist. Exhale, frame your front foot. Right foot steps up to meet your left half lift. Fold in as you exhale. Roll all the way up to a tall spine. And then sink your hips for chair pose. Sitting back in an imaginary chair, make sure you can see your toes here. And you're engaging your navel to spine, so you're getting length through your lower back. Sit a little deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to notice your breath again. If it is picked up, take a moment to slow it down. Move with intention with your breath. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Come to the ball of your back foot. Rise up for Crescent Lunge. Palms facing each other so your shoulders can rest back. Pushing into the ball of your left foot, deep bend in the right knee. Open your arms wide to a T. Gently twist to your right. Arms come back up overhead. Exhale, tap your left knee to the ground. Rise back up. Bring your hands to your hips. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. With your weight in your right foot, bring the sole of your left foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh for tree pose. Really pushing your leg into your foot and your foot into your leg. Your hands can be at prayer on your hips, or if you'd like, you could even send them up overhead. Engage your navel to spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Find something to gaze at, drishti, a focal point. And then you have two options here. You can step your left foot down and then step back, or if you'd like to, from tree pose, you can step straight back, find warrior two. Shoulders pressed down. Sweep your arms to the back of the mat. Bend into your left knee, flex your right toes up, rainbow warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Arms are wide. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, windmill your arms down to frame your front foot and spin onto the ball of your left foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left and take your vinyasa flow, lowering as you exhale. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. We'll do the same thing on the left. As you inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it between your hands, come onto the ball of your right foot, rise up, crescent lunge. Open your arms wide, gently twist to your left. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, tap the back knee gently to the ground, rise back up. Bring your hands to your hips, begin to shift your weight into your left foot. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Shift your weight back into your left foot. Right sole of the foot comes to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Finding tree pose. Rooting down through all four corners of your left foot. Hands can be at prayer, your hips, or maybe up overhead. Take a deep breath in here. Find your focal point and hold it, your drishti. On your next exhale, you can step down and then step back or step straight back to warrior two. Wide stance, shoulders pressed down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sweep your arms to the back of the mat, flexing your left toes up, rainbow warrior. Inhale, warrior two, bend into your left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill your arms down to frame your front foot, spin onto the ball of your back foot. Left foot steps back to meet your right. You have a vinyasa flow. Lower as you exhale. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. One more time, inhale and exhale. We'll add on. Take a deep breath in, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it between your hands. Spin the sole of your left foot down. Sorry, so come to the ball of your left foot. Sweep your arms up overhead. Crescent lunge. Open your arms wide. Twist to your right. Arms come back up. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, tap your left knee to the ground and rise back up. Bring your hands to your hips. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Left foot steps up to meet your right. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. Shift your weight into your right foot again. Left sole of the foot can come to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Finding tree pose. Find stability by locking the energy locks in the belly, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Take a deep breath in. Send your prayer arms up overhead if you'd like. And then exhale, step back, warrior two. Shoulders pressed down. Gaze is over your right fingertips. Exhale, sweep your arms to the back of the mat, rainbow warrior, flex your right toes. Inhale, warrior two. Bend into your right knee. Flip your right palm up, reach up and back for peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh, left bicep over left ear, palm face down. You can gaze up here. You're really stacking your left shoulder over your right and keep pushing into the pinky edge of your left foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Parallel your feet, arms come up overhead. Flying warrior, gaze up at your thumbs. Bring your prayer through heart center, forward fold. Reaching your chest back through your thighs. You can even walk your hands behind you. Grab the outside edges of your ankles, peace fingers around the big toes. Anything that feels good here. Inhale, come to a half lift, hands underneath your shoulders. Plant your left hand either on the ground or on a block if you have one. Put a little bend in your right knee, peel your right fingertips up. Take a twist. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Bend into both knees, roll all the way up, arms up overhead, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the mat. Pivot your right toes forward. Arms are wide, shoulders pressed down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, windmill your arms down. Frame your front foot. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left. You have a vinyasa flow, lowering as you exhale. Heart rises as you breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. On your next inhale, send your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it between your hands. Come to the ball of your right foot, rise up, crescent lunge. Open your arms wide, gently twist to your left. Arms come back up overhead. As you exhale, tap your right knee down. Rise back up as you inhale. Hands come to your hips, shift your weight into your left foot, step your right foot forward. Take a breath in, sigh it out. Shifting your weight back into your left foot, bring the sole of your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Hands can come to prayer. Once you find your stability, maybe send your tree branches up overhead. On your next exhale, step down or step back, warrior two. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms to the back of the mat as you exhale. Left toes can flex up to the ceiling. Inhale, warrior two. Flip your left palm up, reach up and back, peaceful warrior, right hand to your right thigh. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to your left thigh, right bicep over right ear, palm face down. Notice your breath here. Keep pushing into your left foot and the outside edge of your right foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Parallel your feet, arms come up overhead, flying warrior, gaze up at your thumbs. Bring your prayer through heart center, forward fold. reaching for the outside edges of your feet, your big toes, walking your hands behind you. Do what feels good for your body here. Inhale, come to a half lift, sliding your hands up under your shoulders. Put a little bend in your left knee, left fingertips peel up. Exhale, lower your left hand down. Bend into both knees, roll all the way up, arms up overhead, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Bending into your left knee, press your shoulders down here. Knees over your left fingertips. Windmill your arms down, frame your front foot, spin onto the ball of your back foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right. And then take a vinyasa flow, lowering as you exhale. Inhaling to rise up. Exhale, down dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Take a child's pose for a breath or two. Noticing your inhales and your exhales. Noticing if your heart rate has picked up. Notice the sensations in your hips, the space behind your shoulders. Anywhere you're feeling this child's pose, notice it. Take a deep breath in, come back up to your tabletop. Bring your knees underneath you. Tuck your toes, down dog. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Step it between your hands as you exhale. Come to the ball of your back foot, rise up, crescent lunge. We'll do one more round on each side, adding a little bit more. Open your arms wide, twist to your right. Arms come back up overhead. Tap your back knee to the mat as you exhale, inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Hands can come to your hips as you shift your weight into your right foot, step your left foot up. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Shift your weight back into your right foot. The sole of your left foot can come to your ankle, your calf, your inner thigh. Find tree pose, pushing your left foot into your leg and your leg into your left foot. Find your drishti, option to send your arms up overhead. Exhale, step back or step down. Find warrior two, legs are wide. Deep bend in your right knee. Sweep your arms to the back of the mat, flexing your right toes up, rainbow warrior. Inhale, warrior two, deep bend in your right knee. Right palm flips up, reach up and back for peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left bicep over left ear. If you'd like, you can wrap your left arm around your low back, palm face out. The left arm around low back, palm face out. Opening your heart up. If that feels okay, and you can bring your hand down to the ground to deepen this as well. Your right palm could come to the mat or a block. You have a block. And if you'd like, you could even reach your right arm underneath your right leg and grasp your left fingertips if that feels good in your body. Release your bind, rise back up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg, parallel your feet. Arms come up overhead for flying warrior. Gaze up at your thumbs. Bring your prayer to heart center, forward fold. Really pressing your chest back. Inhale, half lift. Bend into your right knee, right fingertips peel up, twist. Lower your right hand down, bend into both knees, roll all the way up, arms overhead, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the mat, bending into your right knee. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out, press your shoulders down. Straighten your right leg. Push into both feet equally. Triangle pose. Reach your right fingertips forward and down. And the blocks are really great here if you have them. You can bring a block right up underneath your hand, your right hand, left fingertips reach up. And that gives you a little bit more support. If your hand can comfortably reach the mat without you folding in, then you can do that as well, or even the top of your ankle. Notice your breath. Get length through both sides of your waist. Begin to bend into your right knee, rise up, warrior two. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Flip your right palm up, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. And then windmill your arms down, frame your front foot. Spin onto the ball of your back foot, step your right foot back. Take a vinyasa flow, whatever that looks like for you. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. And then one more round on the left. Lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it between your hands, come to the ball of your right foot. Arms come up overhead, crescent lunge. Open your arms wide, gently twist to your left. Arms come back up overhead. Exhale, tap your back knee to the mat, rise back up. And then hands can come to your hips as you shift your weight into your left foot. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Shift your weight into your left foot. Sole of your right foot can come to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Find a tree pose here. Harden up through the lower belly, engaging Uddiyana Bandha. Send your tree arms up overhead if you'd like. Exhale, step back, warrior two. Wide stance, deep bend in your left knee. Sweep your arms to the back of the mat as you bend into your right knee. Flex your left toes, rainbow warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Left palm flips, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to left thigh, right bicep over right ear. If you took the half line on the other side, maybe do that on this side as well. Right arm around your low back, palm face out. And if you took your left or your right arm lower on the other side, take your left arm lower here. You can bring it to the mat or a block. Notice any differences in how your left and right side feel. And then if you'd like, you can reach your left arm under your lower, under your thigh, and grab your right fingertips, creating a bind. Release your bind, begin to rise up, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, parallel your feet, arms come up overhead, flying warrior, gaze up at your thumbs. Bring your prayer through heart center, take your forward fold. Inhale, come to a half lift. Bend your left knee, left fingertips peel up. Exhale, lower your left hand down. Bend into both knees, roll all the way up, arms up overhead, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot your left toes forward, bend into your left knee. Straighten your left leg, root down through both feet here. Send your left fingertips forward and down, hinging sideways, Trikonasana. Right fingertips can reach up. And again, your left hand can be on your shin, a block, the mat, wherever it comfortably lands. And if you notice yourself folding in, it might even help to lift up a little bit more so that you can open. This is a very open pose. Begin to bend into your left knee, rise up, warrior two. Flip your left palm up, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, windmill your arms down, frame your front foot, spin onto the ball of your right foot, step your left foot back, and then lower down through your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Take a child's pose, bringing your big toes to touch, send your hips back. Notice your breath here. Walk your child's pose hands over to the right side of your mat. And come through center. Walk your hands over to the left. And come back to center. Slide your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, find down dog, hips come high. Take a deep breath in, send your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose in a plank variation. Inhale, three-legged dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Spin the sole of your left foot down. So we're coming to a warrior one. Rise up, arms up overhead. Our hips are more forward in warrior one than they are in warrior two, but they don't have to be perfectly forward. The goal is that we're just facing more in this direction. And if you're having trouble doing that, you can heel toe your right leg off to the side a little bit more to create more space for your hips. Reach your hands behind your lower back, lift your heart up, and then fold on the inside of your right leg for Devotional Warrior. Inhale, rise back up, arms up overhead. Tap your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Left fingertips reach up. Right hand comes back up overhead. Warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your right leg and widen and shorten your stance a little bit. We'll move to pyramid. So make sure you're on railroad tracks here, widening your stance and shortening it a little bit. Push into both feet, hinge forward, find pyramid, folding in front of your right leg here. Notice your breath. Begin to bend into your right knee, and you can even grab blocks here. We're moving into warrior three, so you'll bend into your right knee, flex your left toes down to the mat as you lift your left leg. You have internal rotation of your back leg here, so your left inner thigh is reaching up to the sky. If you'd like to play with your balance here, you can. You don't have to have the blocks. But they're really nice for support, especially if you're feeling tired. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right. Come to a forward fold. Begin to roll all the way up to standing, taking your time. Arms can come up overhead, palms facing each other. Sit back in an imaginary chair, finding chair pose. Bring your hands to prayer. Twist to your right. Left elbow could come between your knees or even on the outside of your right thigh. Check and make sure your left knee isn't coming forward. Inhale, rise back up, chair. Bring your arms wide. Cross your right leg in front of your left, your right arm underneath your left. And you can grab your shoulders. Back of the hands can meet or palms meet. And your right leg can stay on the ground as a kickstand. You can lift it or do the full wrap if that's comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in here and then sigh it out. Option to stay here, or as you exhale, tap your elbow to knee. Inhale, rise back up. Begin to unwind, bring your arms wide, hug your right knee into your chest, and then step it back to a lunge. Arms come up overhead. Bring your hands to prayer. Exhale, twist to your left, right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right and take a vinyasa flow. Find your down dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more time, deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, plank variation. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Bend the sole of your right foot down. Arms come up overhead. Warrior one. Check in with your stance. If you need to widen it, feel free to do so. Bring your hands behind your lower back, lift your heart up. Exhale, fold on the inside of your left leg. Devotional Warrior. Inhale, rise back up, arms overhead. Exhale, tap your left hand to the back of your right thigh. Right hand reaches up and back. Inhale, left arm lifts back up. Bring your hands to your hips and begin to adjust your stance, maybe stepping the back foot in, widening your stance a little, straightening your left leg. Pyramid pose. Push into both feet and fold forward. Begin to bend into your left knee. Grab your blocks if you'd like them. Shift your weight into your left foot as you lift your right foot up to the sky, flexing your right toes down to the mat. Warrior 3. If you'd like to take this into a balance, feel free to do so, or keep your hands on the blocks for support. Exhale, step your right foot to meet your left. Come to a forward fold. Slowly roll all the way up. Arms up overhead. And to heart center. Notice your breath. Bring your big toes to touch. Send your hips back, find chair pose. Arms up overhead. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to your left. Right elbow on the outside of your left thigh or between your knees. And then come back up, chair. Open your arms wide. Left leg crosses over your right. Left arm under. Grab your shoulders, back of the hands or palms meet. Left leg can wrap, stay on the ground, or just hang out in the air. Option to fold as you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, rise up to eagle. Begin to unwind your arms wide. Hug your left knee into your chest. And then shoot it back to a lunge. Find Crescent Lunge, arms up overhead. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to your right. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take a vinyasa flow. Lowering as you exhale. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Lift to the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Press your chest back. Roll forward to plank pose. Lower your knees to the mat and take a child's pose, sending your hips back. Notice your breath in the child's pose. Come through table, and then lower all the way to your belly. Sending your fingertips behind you. We'll move into Shalabhasana, Locust pose. So as you inhale, lift your chest and thighs up off the mat. Fingertips reach long behind you. One more breath here. And exhale, lower down. Come to either cheek or your chin or forehead. On your next inhale, lift up. One more time, Shalabhasana. Fingertips reach along, chest and thighs lift up. Exhale, lower down. Stack your palms underneath your forehead. Let your forehead come to them. Bend your knees and just send your feet side to side like windshield wipers. And then let your feet come back to the mat. Give yourself a second to breathe here. And then slide your hands up under your shoulders. Come up to tabletop, bringing your hips right over your knees. And find puppy pose. So begin to walk your hands forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. And if that feels really intense, I know it does for me, you can always grab a block to rest your forehead on. Begin to slide your hands back up under your shoulders, coming to tabletop. Then sit your hips back, swing your legs around, and come sideways on your mat. Bring your right leg long, bring the left sole of your foot to your right inner thigh, reach your arms up overhead, and then twist towards your right leg and fold. Begin to walk your hands up to a tall spine. Plant your left hand behind your left hip. Push into your left hand and your left shin. Find stargazer, lifting your hips up. Reach your right arm up and back. And then whenever you feel like you've gotten enough of a stretch from that, you can lower your hips back down. Extend your left leg out to the side. And then bring the right sole of your foot to your right inner thigh. Arms can come up overhead as you twist towards your left leg and then fold forward. And begin to walk your way up to a tall spine. Plant your right hand behind your right hip. Push into your right hand, your right shin. Find stargazer, reaching up and back. And exhale, sit back down. Bring both legs wide. Begin to walk your hands forward, just folding on the inside of your legs here. Notice the sensations you're feeling, the tension you're holding on to. With each exhale, melt into this a little bit more. Begin to walk your hands back under your shoulders, come up to a tall spine. And then bring both legs out in front of you. So reaching both feet forward. You can turn forward facing on your mat if you'd like to. Wiggle up onto your sits bones. Reach your arms up overhead and fold forward for Pashimotanasana. Begin to walk your hands back up, coming to a tall spine, and you have your final Shavasana. So you can lay all the way down on your mat, let your feet come wide, let your arms come wide. Give yourself this time to fully relax and be fully supported by your mat, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out of it. Take a deep breath in, and with each exhale you take, try to release some more tension in your glutes, your shoulders, space between your eyebrows, your jaw. This is your time to relax. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Shake your head side to side. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice long stretch. And then step your feet to the mat one at a time. Roll to your right side and curl up into a fetal position. Right here, take a moment to appreciate the work you've done to take care of your body today and to appreciate your body for all that it does for you. And whenever you're ready, make your way up to a seat. Find Sukhasana or any other comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. We'll close our practice today with one round of Om. Feel free to join in. Inhale for Om. Om. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.